In this video, we will demonstrate the Geyserwise element and thermostat tester to make it convenient for the industry to do element and thermostat testing whilst working on sites. As seen on the label on the element tester, there is an indication for 2 kW, 3 kW and 4 kW elements, which is indicated by the different color codes. Red represents a 2 kW element, orange represents a 3 kW element, and blue represents a 4 kW element. In order to test an element, power the unit on as shown. The display will read 1. To physically test a quick-hot or heat-tech element with a pushing thermostat and terminals, take the element, push the lugs in, and get the reading off of the display. In this case, an orange element is used, and the reading is 17.2 ohm, which corresponds to the indication on the label. In order to check if the element is down to earth, use the red wire that comes with the testing unit. The wire should be plugged into the provided socket, and the second switch closest to the socket should be switched on. The display will read 1. To check if the element is down to earth, do not take the wire down to the flange plate. Instead, take it down to the center screw to check if the element is down to earth. This is because some elements are isolated from the flange plate. After the check has been done and you are satisfied that the element is correct, the unit can be switched off. To indicate if an element is faulty or down to earth, an example is shown with this element. Note that the display still reads 17.2 ohms, but the element has a leak, which is down to earth. The second switch should be powered on. The initial reading should be 1. However, if the terminal is attached to an earth point and any reading shows up, the element is down to earth, which could cause the earth leakage to trip. In order to test a regular screw boss element, power the unit on and turn on the second switch as well. Note that a reading of 1 will initially show. Place the crocodile pin on one end of the element and the upper pin of the actual tester onto the other end of the element as demonstrated. A reading of 17.3 ohm appears, which is within range for a 3 kW element. To test if an element is down to earth, take the tester down to any earthing point. If any reading shows, the element is down to earth. In this case, no reading shows and the element stays on 1, indicating that the element is in good condition. The unit can be turned off. You can also use the tester to test a thermostat for continuity. In the case of a VKF thermostat, clip the crocodile clip onto one end of the thermostat and power the unit on, making sure to switch on both switches. 1 should show on the display. Attach the thermostat to the tester as shown. If a reading like the one currently seen is shown, there is continuity on the thermostat. Another example will be presented. In this case, the thermostat is faulty. As before, connect the crocodile clip to the thermostat. Turn on both switches on the tester. Connect the thermostat to the upper terminal of the tester. No reading is shown on the display, indicating that the thermostat is open circuit. To test a quick-hot, heat-tech or any plug-in thermostat, place the crocodile clip onto the neutral side. Turn both switches on the tester. Connect the back of the thermostat to the upper terminal. If you get a reading, there is continuity, and that side of the thermostat is working correctly. To check the positive side, change the crocodile clip to the positive, and as before, connect the back of the thermostat to the upper terminal of the tester. The reading indicates continuity, meaning that this thermostat works properly. An example is shown of a faulty thermostat. The reading on the neutral side will always be continuous. However, if we go to the live side of the element, no reading is shown, which is an indication that the thermostat is not switching. The Geyserwise element and thermostat tester is a universal tool which makes it easy to test for faults on both thermostats and heating elements.